I want 112,000 today.
Don't want to die. Death is a constant reminder here.
The more people we kill, we advance.
You ain't supposed to be alive.
Stealing, shooting people, doing whatever I had to do.
We had to make a living.
I want him dead. I want his family dead.
I know how to grind. I started from the bottom.
Never rat on your friends.
Race to rackets.
It's rough on a black man.
Hold up, we're gonna blow this whole...
YouTube, what's going on? Someone asked me did I have any info on the Haitian Jack and Jay-Z issue, or if they had any problems at all. Now, Jack was crossing paths with rappers, doing the same thing as these rappers, and maybe even doing better than most rappers. And we ain't talking about making music. He shared the same rooms with most popular artists, and we heard how Jack was knocking down some of the flyest chicks, even some chicks in the industry. Now, you gotta realize, this was way before social media, way before the internet period. This was way back when you had to be there and see for yourself. The only thing you had was your name, and his name was ringing. When you heard stories on how vicious he was, they thought of a scary, dirty-looking Brooklyn dude. He'll be in the spot, and when they found out that light-skinned pretty boy with the nice hair was terrorizing the streets, they couldn't believe it. Don't let that designer and Rolex on his wrist fool you. He got busy. And if you don't know, let me tell you the type of dude he was. Now, when Tupac got shot and robbed at Quad Studio, they allegedly took everything except for the watch that Haitian Jack gave him. Now, if it's true and the goons didn't want to offend Jack, that says a lot. That says a whole lot. But Jay ran into Jack a couple of times. He got some of his game from Jack. The watches, the clothes, the cars he was pushing, just like Pac. All them rappers wanted to have the same love that Jack was receiving walking into the room. Many rappers felt some type of way when no one cared for their presence when Jack was in the building. Now, Jay was shocked when he first saw Jack because he heard the name, he heard the stories, but couldn't put a face to him. Some say they had words and Jay was talking crazy to him, but that was before he knew that was Jack. Now, if they did have a few words, Jay didn't know who he was talking to, but he was talking to a dangerous man. You had some serious dudes out there that wasn't talking to Jack like that, so why would he let this tall, goofy dude get away with it? Now, if that's not true, now what would really cause Haitian Jack to jack up Jay-Z? Now, you know, their crews never hung out with each other. Both men knew Biggie, but even Biggie didn't like hanging around Jack. And he was quick to tell others, like, if you saw Jack, go the other way. Jay-Z and Haitian Jack weren't connected in any way. They never did business. The only thing they had in common was both dating Foxy Brown. We all know Jack was a sniper. He even had Pac mad at him for dating Madonna. But yeah, Foxy Brown was super young dating these fellas. She was around 15 to 16 years old when she first hooked up with Jay-Z. Now, even if they stopped messing around, they still did business. It might have been an issue, like business related, and you know, Foxy Brown had to call Jack to straighten it out. I mean, that would make sense. Now, when you look up Haitian Jack, it might say that he was leaning on some rappers in the industry, which is funny because he had more paper than the majority of the rappers in the 90s. Plus, you never heard one artist named that he extorted. It never came out of his mouth. That's how much class he has. You never heard him talk down or talk bad about anyone. Even though he could expose half these rappers, he didn't even say anything bad about Pac. And all the stuff that Pac was saying about him, he just kept it cool. And that's how you move as a real man, move in silence. He never had to talk down on another man to make himself look good. Now, whether he slapped Jay-Z or not, he won't talk about it. I don't care if Vlad offered him $1 million. You're not getting him to talk about it at all. You know, I've always thought that he was compensated to not even speak on the situation. But as you can see, he doesn't talk about any of the wreck that he caught on any famous person. So I just wanted to touch on that for a little bit. But, you know, before y'all leave, hit the like button, hit me up in the comments. Shout out to all my day ones. Shout out to all my subscribers. Salute. I appreciate the support. I'm out.